Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Savannah Chrisley speaks out about Julie hiring divorce attorney. Savannah Chrisley reacted to the news that apparently an outlet will report that her mom Julie is consulting a divorce lawyer. It's not the first time that she mentioned the D word. Is there any truth to the story? Actually, it might be interesting to find out if there's some fire under all the smoke. Read to find out the new rumors that fly. Savannah Chrisley explained her mom Julie's regrets. Some rumors arose about the former Chrisley knows best matriarch when her daughter opened up about her regrets. A lot of people read headlines but don't open the story, so some people thought that Julie regretted going along with Todd's fraud. In reality, she wrote a letter to her daughter and expressed regret because her child has so many responsibilities. Actually, she probably referred to the dedication that comes with custodial guardianship of Chloe and Grayson. Rumors that the mom and dad of Savannah Chrisley might get divorced arose in May. Buried in a long post about Mother's Day, their daughter went off about them. At the time, she claimed that the rumors were nasty because people would love nothing more than to see my family torn apart. My parents are madly in love with each other. Read on to see how she reacted this time. Savannah Chrisley says the National Enquirer is trash. On Reddit, a post by Julie's daughter on social media arrived, and many people engaged in a conversation about divorce. The original post revealed that the former USA Network star was reacting to news about an upcoming report about her mom. She dissed the National Enquirer and captioned it with "The National Enquirer, sick, is trash." /crazy_idea_4841 said that Savannah Chrisley claims the National Enquirer is going to run a story saying Julie has hired a divorce addie. Talking about the story posted on Instagram, they added, "She visited with Julie this past weekend, and Julie was visibly upset about how much she misses Todd, so obviously the story was false, and she wanted to get ahead of it by blasting it out now." Then they talked about no smoke without fire. Smoke without fire. Savannah Chrisley denies any truth to the story, but there's usually some fire when there's smoke around. However, some people think it's all drama for more news coverage, a follower wrote. "I hope she's not making things up for publicity because her mother doesn't need that nonsense." Similarly, another commenter said, "I believe she titled this the National Enquirer. The title is actually the National Enquirer, so who knows what this idiot is really saying. If I only had a brain-tilled scarecrow." Here's another skeptical comment. "Seems this it's all lies is a theme the Chrisleys like to run with, until it's not and the truth comes to light." Savannah Chrisley's voice carried both steel and heartbreak when she sat down behind the microphone for her latest Unlocked podcast episode. The kind of tone that makes fans lean forward and wonder what bombshell is about to drop. And this time, she didn't disappoint. With a deep breath, Savannah told her listeners something she'd been sitting on for weeks. Yes, Mom has spoken to a divorce attorney. The words hung in the air. For a family that built its empire on the image of a picture-perfect Southern clan, this revelation felt like a thunderclap in clear skies. Julie Chrisley, the calm to Todd's storm, the soft-spoken balance to his fiery personality, was now considering breaking a marriage that had weathered decades, children, business ventures, and now prison sentences. A painful timeline. Savannah didn't rush into the details. She wanted her audience to understand the weight behind the news. "This isn't about walking away because times are hard," she said. "If it were that simple, Mom would have left a long time ago. Back when Dad was buying $300 candles and starting arguments over throw pillows." The family's reality shifted drastically in January 2023, when Todd and Julie reported to separate federal prisons after being convicted on fraud and tax evasion charges. Todd went to serve his time in Florida, Julie to a Kentucky facility. The couple, once inseparable, now lived hundreds of miles apart with no physical contact. Only phone calls and limited visits. Prison changes people, Savannah admitted, and it changes relationships. Some couples find a way to get stronger. Others, they see cracks that were always there. The catalyst for change. According to Savannah, the first whispers of Julie consulting a divorce attorney came about 6 months ago, but the matter stayed buried under layers of family stress, legal battles, and Savannah's own role as guardian to her younger siblings. Until last month, Savannah said that Mom looked me in the eye, well, through a screen, and said, "Savannah, I just don't know if I can do this anymore." She described Julie's face in that video call: tired eyes, a smile that didn't quite reach, and the kind of sadness that couldn't be hidden behind polite conversation. That's when she told me she'd spoken to an attorney, not because she's made up her mind, but because she needed to know what her life could look like if she chose herself. Todd's reaction. When word reached Todd, Savannah said it wasn't pretty. "Dad went full Todd," she laughed dryly. I mean, he quoted the Bible, the wedding vows, and some 80s country song all in the same breath. Todd, known for his sharp wit and stubborn pride, reportedly told Julie, "Over my dead body," when she hinted at the possibility of divorce. For him, Savannah explained, marriage is a forever commitment, and he sees this as us against the world. Still, Savannah admitted that prison life had hardened Todd. He's more defensive now, quicker to see enemies. That wears on Mom. She's the peacemaker, but even peacemakers reach their breaking point. Savannah's own struggle. Speaking about the situation wasn't easy for Savannah. She's been the family's de facto spokesperson, navigating interviews, handling fan curiosity, and managing household responsibilities while her parents served their sentences. "I love them both," she said, her voice trembling, "but I can't make them stay together. And I can't pretend that love is enough if they're hurting each other in the process." Savannah admitted that part of her still clings to the hope of reconciliation. "There's a big part of me that wants to believe they'll come out of prison, hug, cry, and it'll be like one of those Hallmark movies where the couple realizes they were soulmates all along. But life doesn't always give you Hallmark endings." Julie's reasons. While Savannah was careful not to reveal everything her mother had confided, she did offer a glimpse into Julie's mindset. Mom's not angry. She's not out for revenge. She just wants peace. She wants to feel like she has a voice again, and she's tired of the fighting. Julie's friends have reportedly been a quiet source of support, encouraging her to think about life after prison, whether that includes Todd or not. They've told her she deserves happiness, Savannah said. And I think hearing that from people outside our family hit her differently. Public reaction. As news spread beyond Savannah's podcast audience, social media exploded with opinions. Fans expressed shock, heartbreak, and, in some cases, understanding. "No one knows what they've been through behind closed doors," one commenter wrote. "We've only seen the TV version." Others were quick to defend the couple's bond, reminding everyone of Todd and Julie's long history and the public vows they've made to each other. Savannah wasn't surprised by the mixed reactions. "People want heroes and villains," she said. "But in real life, it's just complicated. A daughter's balancing act." Savannah's role in this unfolding story is delicate. She's both a daughter who loves her parents and a young woman trying to protect her own mental health. "I'm learning that I can support Mom without bashing Dad, and vice versa," she said. "I can love them both, even if they don't love each other in the same way anymore." She admitted there are days she wishes she hadn't been the one to break the news publicly. "It's a heavy thing to carry. But I also know that if I didn't say it, someone else would have twisted it into something uglier." What happens next? For now, Julie hasn't filed any paperwork. Consulting a divorce attorney, Savannah reminded listeners, isn't the same as signing the papers. It's just opening a door. Whether she walks through it is up to her. Savannah hinted that the next few months will be telling. Mom's sentence is shorter than Dad's. When she's out, she'll have the freedom to make choices without prison walls between them. That's when we'll know for sure. The legacy of a Chrisley marriage. Even if Julie and Todd's marriage doesn't survive, Savannah believes their love story will always matter. They built a life together. They raised kids. They made us laugh. They taught us what it looks like to fight for each other. And maybe now they're teaching us what it looks like to let go. In true Chrisley fashion, Savannah ended the episode with both humor and heart. Look, no matter what happens, I'm still gonna be stuck with both of them at family events. So y'all pray for me, because Thanksgiving might get real awkward. For now, the Chrisley family remains in limbo, waiting to see if the bond that's held them together for decades will stretch or finally break.